protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
Your magic is running out. Take a potion. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
If you're running out of energy, drink a potion!
Astounding place.
It is the village of Eden the Cardinal Mother told you about. The place where natives and priests live together. I must admit that I'm curious to see it.
All that's left to do is find Father Justinius.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. De Sardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug. Most likely they must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the...
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village... They are so naive. Either way,
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I wonder what really happened when the missionaries came to settle here.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence. Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child.
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. The islanders called it Vixenagad, which we saw it as a sign. and everything here fit the description of St. Lucius. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the...
Why share this village with...
to replicate and resume the work of our founder. If he came here and managed to convert the natives by living side by side with them, it is...
How well do you get along with the natives who live...
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence
left?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matteo.
And how well have neighboring villages...
With some reluctance to be. There are still frequent conflicts with the... But the other villages, the more peaceful.
There is something strange.
It often takes time for the people of the continent. I am sure you will come to a...
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened...
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to... Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry,
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologian.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research...
Whom do you suspect of being the...
Alas. I'm afraid there are many. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were...
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Mateus later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to... You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to.
I imagine that someone was keeping...
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't... If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil.
Well, thank you for these pieces.
I am the one who should be thanking you.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village has been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writing. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed... And then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the neighbors?
Most of them were not in favor of us. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for treasure. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones.
Were there any confrontations?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. But we stood our ground. And when
Thank you. Thank you. I will let you work. Greetings. De Sardet. I'm handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets.
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets.
I have no idea.
Do you suspect anyone?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure...
Well, Sister Eugenia did...
Of course. But all that matters to us is their value as proof.
Do you think the culprit could be...
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them.
They are the ones who led you to...
Well, we conducted the research, but some inhabitants of the village...
Well, thank you. I will investigate...
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more...
I was not expecting a... Have you been in Eden?
2 months, approximately. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, but once we were here, I understood. We must bring them.
You talked about a mission with the natives.
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. How are your relations?
When I arrived, they were very reluctant to give us. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. De Sardet. I'm the legate of the
There are Onolmanawi among the Logayat Blau. What do you want from me?
I have heard a lot of things about this village of Eden.
I'm not sure, Roy.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Tele.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were asking questions. One morning, they were building houses next to ours.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert.
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were loyal, so we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, some of the things they say are beautiful and their magic is impressive. But we do.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their...
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthias, and our Donegad did not want to tell them anything. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I do...
What happened to your warriors?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Soul. The priests called the Soul Lasser, the burning sun. I asked for peace, and the others left.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. But men, perhaps wiser,
I have to go.
like so many others.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
I find it regrettable that my colleagues aren't more honest when it comes to history. Nothing solid has ever been built on lies.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur. There's only one entrance, and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
Can't believe it. This brother Virgil was unforgivably neglectful. Idiot must have fallen asleep, and then our thieves only had to take the keys from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
It has to be someone in the village. If we find them, there's a...
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced. They must still have allies in the village. Family or... He will certainly know who's close to the exiles, and...
You have returned on Almanawi.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I bet they must have taken the tablets, with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right. But
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
you're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back. I do not want to break the peace that I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had... If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not be... I have to go.
Like so.
Greetings. Are you...
Bertia Tumad. Yes, that is...
What can you tell me about Lair?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike, but I think the Mind Shakers, he almost speaks like them.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to...
No, this is not true.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets. So if you do not want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them
Bran and the rest of the... If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the part on the left. It is riddled with... And please, do not...
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies! Your logic is running out. Take a potion.
Running out of energy. Take a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated. The exiles must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In that case, we should avoid taking the left path. If I remember correctly what that woman said, it's booby-trapped.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is return to Eden.
May the enlightened protect thee in this battle. To my help, and death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! May the shadow engulf our enemies!
It's a great shame that things have gone this far. What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
I'm sorry, Vindwal, but I had to resort to force. Your son and his friends are dead.
Nah. Kerton Sidag.
I am genuine.
Go! Leave me alone!
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
The exiles did it. And they are dead, so you won't have to chase them.
May the Enlightened forgive them for their crimes.
In any case, you would do well to keep a better watch on your discovery. You should also pay more attention to those who share this village. This theft would never have happened had you truly been in harmony with the...
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We'll make sure to improve things in the future. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas...
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our...
Actually, I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must...
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.